Sunshine right there, all the stars went Melekelikimaka is a wise way to say Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, beloveds. Hi, beloveds. I wish you all had a chance sometime to be up here to look out and go, oh my gosh, what a community we have. This is just awesome. So we're sneaking up on Christmas. Sometimes it feels far away, and sometimes it feels like there's not enough time to do anything. But we have a chance to just be here together today. So, do we have anybody who's new here today that would like a welcome packet? Kamina has one. We won't ask you to do anything. You don't have to join up. There's sometimes when you go someplace and you're like, oh, I'm not telling them I'm new. They'll pounce upon me. So no pouncing here, just you can have information if you'd like it. So welcome also to our online folks. Particularly this time of year, we have people for whom driving is harder or just want to stay in their jammies. So that's okay too. A jammy Sunday. We could all show up. Our speaker today is our own Claire Marshel. So we all know Claire as the deep, sweet soul, so I can't wait to see what she shares. I shouldn't make you cry before you start. Her talk is May Your Heart Be Light. Yes. And Leanne Gable is doing Honduk today. Woohoo! If you haven't heard Honduk, it's a tradition here that helps. You'll see. It's good. And our musician today is Elise Wonder, our wonderful wonder. Our prayer, he's there. Couple of logistical things. We are saving our announcements for Unity events only. It makes sense since we're lined up here. So you're welcome to share things that you're passionate about with others, but not from the mic. Clipboards. So apparently clipboards continue to be a problem. So clipboards, there are 2 clipboards that say the exact same thing, and they go from the back to the front. Don't cross them. And if they get to the front, don't send them back. So one-way clipboards, 2 sides. Santa's workshop is next Saturday, so it gives parents a chance to go shopping, and it gives older us folks a chance to play with kids. So it's a win-win. Next Sunday is our annual craft fair and bake sale, and it starts right after the service in the Friendship Room. Kamina, come up.
Okay, good morning. My name is Kamina, and I'm a member of the outreach team. And we want to, first of all, thank all of you who have already taken ornaments from the giving tree. We thank you very much. And these gifts will go to the senior residents at the Sanctuary Apartments, which are individuals who are low income, and these are subsidized housing in Fort Collins. Now, there's still just a few ornaments left. I counted this morning, and there's only 6, which is awesome. So really, thank you. And if you do take one, what you want to do is first, of course, purchase it, then wrap it and put the ornament on top of the package with the person's name, and then put it in the red bin. Now, we're really so excited because this year we've been invited also to join their holiday party there at the sanctuary. And it will be on Wednesday, December 17th at 1 p.m. And guess who's going to be there? God, you guys are smart. Santa Claus. And then Mrs. Claus, because she helps him keep things organized. You know how that works. And, of course, wherever Santa goes, there are elves. Oh, what? They're bright. And anyway, but here's why I wanted to have a little extra time to talk just a minute, is that there's a rumor that the Grinch is going to show up. Yeah. The Grinch, come on. This is serious. You know who the Grinch is, right? He's green from the bottom to the toes. And remember, he stole Christmas. So, no. So, we need those of you who can come to join us there. This is serious, you guys. Stop laughing. This is serious stuff. And we want you to come so you can spread good cheer and love and joy, because we know that Unity Community is the only ones that can open up the heart of a Grinch. So if you're interested, talk to me if you want to come. Thank you.
Good morning. I don't have anyone in costume to help me. I'm going to be not so fun, but I think maybe we could invite the Grinch to winter solstice with us. He may be. So, and I wanted to so it's 2 Fridays from now on the 19th. Doors open, I think I got it, at 6:30, and the celebration starts at 7. And it's very nature-based, Native American earth-based spirituality, mixed with what we usually do, but we're going to have 7 directions, circle of light, and Kamina, are you still here, is going to lead us in the love train. So it's a lot of fun, and it's also very sacred, all mixed together, very unity. We need your help. I've got a sign-up sheet here. We need people to help set up, clean up, greet, and to bring goodies. And also, this is open up to our community. So if you have friends, neighbors who maybe are spiritual and love nature and don't often come to feel like there's a church they could come to or an unchurch, please invite them. We would love to have them. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Peter, and I'm the prayer chaplain today. I'll be back in the Myrtle Room. If you have something heavy on your heart or something that you'd like to share and be joyful for, come back and join me. Thanks.
Good morning.
Good morning. I got to say something.
So it's a shame we have nothing going on here, isn't it? So we're another save the date.
Oh, for another save the date. Oh my gosh, I forget the date. The 20th, December 20th. Women's group. I know I said I was not really feeling like a woman last week, but that's because that's me. I'm Lisa. I'm just Lisa. And you can all come. You want to talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be from 11 to 1, and there will be an hour's program, and then there will be a luncheon. And we do have sign-up sheets, and they will be coming from the back to the front, and each one has 3 pages. I know, women, hold on to your hats. So the first one is who would have the pleasure of setup.
And who would have the pleasure of bringing some food and
who would love to join us and the cleanup.
the cleanup is always fun. That's when you really get the goods of it, everybody.
So we are done. Thank you.
Julie's going to pass the clipboards for me, but I'm just here to remind folks that we're still looking for a few more people to help out with the craft fair and bake sale next Sunday. You can bring homemade goodies, food items to eat, or you can bring handcrafted items that you'd like to share. And everything will be set up over in the friendship room, and it will be available for a love offering. So it's a nice way to grab some little stocking stuffers before the big holiday. Thanks.
Just a quick reminder that this coming Tuesday, 7 o'clock in the Roomy Room for our peace meditation, and afterwards, if you'd like to stay, a pranic healing. If you have any questions, you can talk with me after the service. Thanks.
A clipboard is coming around. Via from the back to the front. Don't mess it up. There are really only 4 places to sign on it, so that lets some of you off the hook, but Magera needs rides for physical therapy for a couple of weeks. So if you feel like you can fill in one of the slots, we appreciate it. If you think it's something of helping people for medical things or other compassionate care things, put your name down there and I'll keep it for future reference. Okay? My second thing is our Advent wreath. I have the script this week. So last week was hope and faith. Lighter, come. Get those beautiful candles going. And hope and faith reminds us that even times in darkness, the Christ light shines within each one of us. So today's candle is about peace. And we light the candle for peace, knowing that true peace is not found in the world, but in the stillness of our hearts. So we affirm together this morning, the peace of God fills each of us and radiates through us to bless the world. Do I need to keep on talking? Well, use your imagination, which is a gift. And we see our candles flickering.
They are so beautiful. Courtney's coming back with matches, so it will happen. Oh, Erin, thank you. Erin to the rescue. One other thing I'd like to say today is we're announcing that our year-end fund. Oh, wait, no, I have 2 things to say. Turn and look at the back wall, please. Say ooh and ah. So this is our yearly gift from our own Pat Atkinson. Would you stand, please, Pat? Pat makes Christmas quilts and graces our sanctuary every year. So if you want to talk about the quilts, Pat's right here. Thank you, Pat, for your yearly gift. We appreciate it. I also want to just briefly say that we're beginning our year-end fundraising process. So it takes about $11,000 a month to keep this church going. $11,000 a month. And what we gather at the year end gives us a buffer, and it also lets us do projects. So as those of you who have been around for a while, there have been so many projects that we've been able to complete. And then the third reason for fundraising is to position us for the future, our vision of what comes next for us, including not soon, when we're looking for a new minister, we'd like to have the finances to be able to recruit and pay a new minister. So we have lots of time to save for new ministers because we're not in that mode at all. So 3 things: daily expenses, unexpected expenses, projects, and planning for the future. Thank you. So let's do our unity blessing together. Our unity centers us in light and peace, allowing us to recognize our God within and to radiate that love to the world. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I hate to see you cry, lying there in that position. There's things you need to hear, so turn off your tears and listen. Pain throws your heart to the ground. Love turns the whole thing around. And no, it won't all go the way it should, but I know the heart of life is good. You know, it's nothing you knew. Bad news never had good timing. Then the circle of your friends will defend the silver lining. Pain throws your heart to the ground. Love turns the whole thing around. And no, it won't all go the way it should, but I know the heart of life is good. Pain throws your heart to the ground. Love turns the whole thing around. Fear is a friend who's misunderstood, but I know the heart of life is good. Thank you. And now the reading from Leanne.
So this little story's become kind of a tradition here for those of you that have been around for a while. But I was kind of astonished this morning. Robert Fulghum published this book almost 40 years ago. And this little story still has a lot of impact, and I appreciate you guys letting me share it. Again. That, maybe. A Sunday afternoon it was, some days before Christmas, with rain, with wind, with cold, winter's gloom. Things to-do list was long and growing like an unresistant mold. Temper short, bioindex negative. Horoscope reading suggested caution. And the Sunday's paper suggested dollars, death, and destruction as the day's litany. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. Fa la 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 la. This holy hour of Lord's Day bliss was jarred by a pounding at the door. Now what? Deep sigh. Opening it, resigned to accept whatever bad news lies in wait, I am nonplussed, a rather small person in a cheap Santa Claus mask, carrying a large brown paper bag out thrust. Trick or treat, Santa Mask shouts. What? Trick or treat, Santa Mask hoots again. Tongue-tied, I stare at this apparition. He shakes the bag at me, and I dumbly fish out my wallet and find $1 to drop into the bag. The mask lifts, and it's an Asian kid with a $10 grin taking up most of his face. Want to hear some caroling? He asks in sing-song English. I know him now. He belongs to a family settled into the neighborhood by the Quakers last year. Boat people. Vietnamese, I believe. They're refugees. He stopped by at Halloween with his sisters and brothers, and I filled their bags. Hong Duk is his name. He's maybe 8. At Halloween, he looked like a wise man with a bathrobe on and a dish towel around his head. Want to hear some caroling? I nod, envisioning an octet of urchin refugees hiding in the bushes, ready to join their leader in uplifted song. Sure, where's the choir? I'm it, says he, and he launched forth with an up-tempo chorus of jingle bells at full lung power. This was followed by an equally enthusiastic rendering of what I swear sounded like Hark the Hairy Angels Sing. And finally, a soft-voiced, reverential singing of Silent Night. Head back, eyes closed. From the bottom of his heart, he poured out the last strains of sleep in heavenly peace into the gathering night. Wet-eyed, dumbstruck by his performance, I pulled a $5 bill out of my wallet and dropped that into the paper bag. In return, he produced half a candy cane from his pocket and passed it solemnly to me. Flashing the $10 grin, he turned and ran from the porch, shouted, God bless you, and trick or treat, and was gone. Who was that masked kid? Hong Duk, the one-man choir, delivering Christmas door to door. I confess that I'm usually a little confused about Christmas. It never has made a lot of sense to me. It's unreal. Ever since I got the word about Santa Claus, I've been a closet cynic at heart. Singing about riding in a one-horse open sleigh is ludicrous. I've never seen one, much less ridden in one. I've never roasted chestnuts by an open fire. I wouldn't know how to do that if I had one. Wandering wise men raise my suspicions. and shepherds who spend their lives hanging about sheep are a little strange. I've never seen an angel either, and my experience with virgins is really limited. The appearance of a newborn king doesn't interest me. I'd just as soon settle for some other politicians. So, singing about things I've never seen or done or wanted, dreaming of a white Christmas I've never known, Christmas isn't very real. And yet, I'm too old to believe in it and too young to give up on it, too cynical to get into it, and too needy to stay out of it. Trick or treat, after I shut the door, came near hysteria, laughter and tears, and that funny feeling you get when you know that once again, Christmas has come to you. Right down the chimney of my midwinter hovel comes Saint Hongduk. He's confused about the details like me, but he's very clear about the spirit of the season. It's an excuse to let go and celebrate, to throw yourself into holiday with all you have, wherever you are. I'm it, says he. Where's Christmas, I ask myself. I'm it, comes the echo. I'm it. Head back, eyes closed, voice raised in whatever song I can muster the courage to sing. God, it is said, once sent a child upon a starry night that the world might know hope and joy. I'm not sure that I quite believe all that, or that I believe in all the baggage heaped upon that story in the last 2,000 years. But I am sure that I believe in Hongduk, the one-man Christmas choir, shouting trick or treat, door to door. I don't know who or what sent him, but I know that I'm tricked through the whimsical mischief of fate into joining the choir that sings of joy and hope. Through a child, I have been treated to Christmas.
I would like to invite the choir up and the band. And Richard asks for everyone who's coming up on stage to use, everybody's doing it already, but to use the side aisles and not the middle for the sake of the cameras. For anyone coming up on stage from this moment forth. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days, near to us. Gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together. If the fates allow, hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now, and have yourself a merry little Christmas
Good morning. Take you all in for a sec before I take my glasses off because I can't see this and you guys. Oh, thank you, Elise. And thank you, Leanne. Don't we have an amazing community where we have the opportunity to get up here and try to share something that's meaningful to us and just get encouragement no matter what? That's a beautiful gift. So I wanted to do this talk because something really sweet happened to me a couple of years ago here at Unity. And it helped me in some deep ways, and I wanted to share that with you. It was a gift that seemed to open the door to some healing for me. So I'm speaking today on a very personal level, and I hope that's okay. And I hope there may be something that translates to your own experience of being a human on a spiritual journey. And I really do believe that we are all healing one another just by being willing to show up here and just be ourselves. I know that's true for me. I've learned so much from all of you, and I'm still just in kindergarten. I'd like to read a poem just as kind of an invocation. It's called Compassion. Have compassion for everyone you meet, even if they don't want it. What seems conceit, bad manners, or cynicism is always a sign of things no ears have heard, no eyes have seen. You do not know what wars are going on down there where the spirit meets the bone. I have a question for you. What's your Christmas story? See if you can just get a sense of that right now. And I'm sure it has layers and many chapters in it. Some joyful and some not so much. Just see if you can touch into the felt quality of your story. And just let that settle and just let it be with you here right now. We all have stories. That's how we make sense of our lives and create the narratives from which we navigate our lives. Our stories shape us and they, in some sense, they create our reality. Sometimes we have stories that remind us who we are and what matters to us. And sometimes we carry stories that are not who we are or who we really want to be any longer. I'd like to share some of my Christmas story with you. like all our stories, there's some darkness and some light. And there's always new threads that we're weaving into our stories. I'm gathering new threads of acceptance, forgiveness, compassion, gratitude, and generosity. I'm working on making peace with Christmas time and making peace with life. I'm working on opening my heart to what is and finding the joy that resides there. And it's here in this community of friends that I've experienced a kind of healing soup of kindness and wisdom that has nourished me, nourished my spirit along the way and helping me to grow and expand my story. So I'm grateful to all of you because you really are my teachers and my companions. Our experience of Christmas is embedded in stories. There's layers of stories that we all hold in our collective consciousness. It's kind of a surreal mix, as Hong Duk's story sort of exemplified. Our modern experience of Christmas, from iconic Christmas movies and decorations and holiday lights to images of Santa and his reindeer and the story of Mary and Joseph and the birth of Jesus and the solstice and the remnants of old pagan stories and myths that have trickled down. And then layered on top of that, there's our own family rituals and then all just the busyness. So it's all swirling around us in the month of December. And maybe like Hong Duk, it sometimes does get a little confusing. And in our troubled world, it can get a little hard to find our spiritual center in the midst of all that. And our sense of meaning can sometimes get lost. Unity says Advent is a time to go inward and contemplate and meditate on things like hope and peace and love and joy. And maybe that's what we really need to be doing, but I'm not sure that that's what very many of us actually do. And there can be times when we lose our capacity for hope and for peace and joy. There's times when we are thrown into some kind of darkness, and it's a struggle to find our way out. And I know I'm not alone in this. Christmas and holidays can be profoundly difficult when we've lost someone close to us, or we're experiencing some kind of personal crisis. So I'm going to bring in a little bit of a different story here and just weave it in, and that's a Christmas movie that I can connect to right now, and it's A Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart. And the story, it culminates on Christmas Eve, a snowy Christmas Eve, and George has reached the end of his rope. He's left his family and he's drinking in a bar, and he's desperate. And Richard, can you play that video? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. You may not be able to hear it, but okay. Yeah, it's a really powerful scene in the movie. He's contemplating suicide, and he reaches out, and he says, "Father, show me the way. Just show me the way." So I can connect to that sense of desperation of not knowing how to keep going or find my way. And maybe some of you have felt and experienced this too. We all have chapters in our Christmas story that don't go the way we want. And I had one of those chapters 11 years ago when one of my sons made a very serious suicide attempt on Christmas Eve while the rest of my family and I were here at Unity. And we found him when we returned home. And we were very lucky. But that moment changed something in me. It took something away inside of me for a while. And it was hard for all of us. After that, I wanted nothing to do with Christmas. Christmas was not filled with joy. It was filled with dread and fear and pretending to be okay. I didn't like Christmas, and I did not like Unity, and I did not like Leanne, and I did not like Hong Duck, especially. I was a mess, and I was putting on my bad Santa suit. It's taken me a long time to heal from that and let it go. But even bad Santa had a heart that could expand. Part of the universal Christmas story is that miracles can and do happen, and gifts that we don't expect can find their way to us, and the light can return, and we can find our way back to warmth and connection and to our Christ consciousness. And maybe we don't find it, but it finds us. Maybe all we have to do is just keep the door cracked open, the smallest bit, for that light to find us. A Course in Miracles states that a miracle is a shift in perception from fear to love. And that's really all I know about A Course in Miracles. But if I can experience even the tiniest drop of that, it's a complete miracle for me. So in my searching to make sense of my story and this talk and find the lessons that I wanted to claim, I came across the Book of Joy. Some of you may know that, by the Dalai Lama and Archbishop Desmond Tutu. And that has been helpful to me. And in their conversations, they describe fear and anger and despair and cynicism as some of the obstacles to joy. All these ways we have of reacting to life that cut us off from the joy that is our true nature. And I've struggled with those emotions a lot. Fear, covered over by anger, is very familiar to me. Archbishop Tutu notes that cynicism and anger are easier to feel than fear and guilt and genuine sorrow. And sometimes just being shut down and closing our hearts just feels like the safest place to be. And he also says that the qualities of hope and faith and love and joy require us to take a risk. They require us to be willing and vulnerable to open our hearts. We have to be willing to risk disappointment in order to experience joy. A Rumi poem puts it this way: what hurts you blesses you. Darkness is your candle. Sorry. That gets to me. What hurts you blesses you. Darkness is your candle. So the darkness that you may find yourself in is the opening to the light that's always shining through. The Book of Joy goes on to describe the pillars of joy as acceptance, forgiveness, gratitude, compassion, and generosity. These are the qualities of the heart and mind that help us to forge a new path and to be willing to take the next step in life and write new chapters. But we don't accomplish this on our own. I'm sure many of you are familiar with the African word Ubuntu. I am because we are. Archbishop Tutu states that only in relationship to others do we become fully human. It's in relationship that we learn to cultivate these foundational spiritual qualities of acceptance, forgiveness, gratitude, compassion, and generosity. So for me now, as I'm weaving new threads into my story, I get to choose. I get to ask myself, can I accept my life as it is? Can I forgive life? Can I forgive myself? Can I actually be grateful for the darkness that is part of my story? Can I have compassion for all involved? And thus find out what generosity of spirit really means. So maybe the biggest miracle, Christmas miracle of all, is the possibility that we can shift our perception. We can transform our mind and our thoughts, our attitudes and our hearts. And we can begin to see more and more through the eyes and heart of love. And we can forgive and release the things we need to forgive. And maybe we can see our life as something truly wonderful, no matter what. And that's what happened to George Bailey in It's a Wonderful Life. He had a Christmas angel visit him. His angel, Clarence, showed him what things would look like if he'd never been born. And George was given the gift to realize that the life he had, with all its difficulties, was actually a miracle. And suddenly everything was different. And George could see how precious all of it was. So this brings me to the chapter of my story entitled Sweetness and Light. And the heroine of this chapter is our own Nancy Reyes. I'm not sure where you are, Nancy. Nancy was my Christmas angel. I'm not sure if any of you remember, but several years ago, Nancy, she displayed on the art wall a collection of vintage Japanese clothing and kimonos. They were her mother's, and I was so struck by them. They were just so gorgeous. And they had been lovingly saved and cared for by Nancy, and she wanted them to be seen and experienced. There was one in particular that was so deliciously beautiful. And I was like, do you wear this? It's so beautiful, you should wear it. We talked, and that was that. And life moved on. Forgot all about it. Until 2 years ago, here at Unity, on Christmas Eve, I was here. It was a busy evening, and Anisha and Janice and I had fun being the 3 wise women in the Christmas program. And I was getting ready to head out the door when Nancy approached me with that twinkle in her eyes. And she handed me a gift bag and said, "Here, Claire, this is for you." And then she walked off. I was preoccupied, and I thought it must be some kind of gift for the volunteers. I was in a hurry, and I headed out the door and tossed it aside when I got home. And it wasn't until the next day, when things were quiet, Christmas afternoon, and I saw the bag, and I thought I would take a look in it. And there was a card from Nancy that said, "Dear Claire, I wanted you to have this." And there was this beautiful family treasure that was her mother's. And she just gave it away to me. Yeah, it makes me cry. That moment was just the most pure act of kindness. She hardly knew me. And it was her generosity that kind of washed over me. It kind of soaked into my rough old heart like honey. Like maybe some sweetness and some light got in there. There was nothing I had done to earn or deserve it. Her giving was motivated only out of her own joy and light and generosity. I didn't have her phone number. It was Christmas. I just had to wait. I had to just be with this gift. I had to just receive it. And it changed me. And something in my heart softened and opened. And I guess that helped me to start forgiving everything, including Christmas and Hongdak and life and myself. And I started to feel a little lighter. And experiencing the gift of Nancy's spirit shining out towards me, I started to see the light of kindness and goodness in this world again. That is a miracle. Thank you, Nancy. So even though there's much suffering in this world, I do know the heart of life is good. No, I don't think we get to choose everything that happens to us, but I know I can choose how to relate to those things. And I've asked myself, what does it really mean to let my heart be light? Does it mean that there's no more darkness in my heart, no more sorrow? I don't think so. I guess we all have to find that out for ourselves. But how I'm thinking about it right now is that the door is open a lot wider, and there's light streaming in. And I'm going into my heart towards the thugs and hardened criminals that camp out in my heart. And I'm bringing them some tea and some cookies. And I'm telling them some sweet bedtime stories. So just maybe they can stop being so afraid and mad at life. And they might decide they actually want to have some fun and be nice. And I want to keep being open to the light and be that light, as you are that light, as we all are. So I'm going to let this be my Christmas kimono. And I know it will always be a reminder to let my heart be light and to know that there is kindness and joy in this life. And I hope you can let your heart be light this Christmas. Maybe there are new threads that you want to weave into your story and some new chapters you want to write. And if you're in the dark, you're not alone. And the light of Christmas love and joy will find you if you can keep the door cracked open, because there is light inside you. And one final poem. This is Rumi. There are no edges to my loving now. The clear bead at the center changes everything. Thank you. Thank you. That was sweet. I did it. I need that.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Claire.
Thank you.
Our thoughts, our prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Listen to what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is everywhere. And every thought's indeed a prayer. Take a moment to settle into your seat and let your body soften. Just do whatever you need to do to get your body settled. And if you like, gently close your eyes. Now connecting with your body, your home, and making a space for all the sensations and feelings inside you. With an intention of deep, loving kindness. And now bringing attention to the area of your heart. And connecting with an intention of healing for yourself, for others, and for all dimensions of this body, mind, heart. Now, see if you can imagine that you are smiling inwardly to your own heart. Just feel yourself smiling, saying hello to your heart, like you're greeting an old friend. And now, playfully imagining your heart as a baby heart, awakening to the morning, waking up and smiling back at you, innocent and open like a baby. Your heart smiling back at you. Just noticing that friendly, open feeling. And now imagining your heart as the sun shining. Feeling the warmth inside you. Your heart, the sun, shining out in all directions now, warm and open.
radiating in all directions. And sending a loving, joyful, healing blessing to life all around you. And affirming that all is well. Thank you.
May the blessings of God rest upon you. May God's peace abide in thee. May God's presence illuminate our hearts now and forevermore. May the blessings of God rest upon you. May God's peace abide in you. May God's presence illuminate your heart now and forevermore. May the blessings of God rest upon us. May God's peace abide in us. May God's presence illuminate our hearts now and forevermore. Now and forevermore.
Well, good morning. Kind of fallen into Christmas, haven't we? The season is here. And Claire, you talked about a gift. And you have become a gift to us, so thank you for that. I'm standing way back there, and I could feel your loving heart just beating and just sharing and just being Claire. So thank you Leanne, for Hong Duck, another story about Christmas. So December 2025 is going to be quite a year for us as we celebrate in many ways. So in order to celebrate, we bless this community. We bless all that we are and all that we hope to be. And we're grateful for each and every one of you that are here today, and those of you that are watching us online. You're part of a loving, beautiful, spiritual community here in Fort Collins. And so we support that community in many ways, through our gifts, through our involvement, and most of all for being us. So let's bless this community with the words on our screen. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
Heard the bells on Christmas Day, their old familiar carols play. Wild and sweet the words repeat, of peace on earth, goodwill to men. Peace on earth, goodwill to men. Then I thought now, as the day had come, the belfries of all Christendom rolled along the unbroken song of peace on earth, goodwill to men. Peace on earth, goodwill to men. Then in despair I bowed my head. There is no peace on earth, I said, for hate is strong and it mocks the song of peace on earth, goodwill to men. Peace on earth, goodwill to men. Then peal the bells more loud and deep. God is not dead, nor does she sleep. The wrong shall fail, the right prevail. Of peace on earth, goodwill to men. Peace on earth, goodwill to men. Heard the bells on Christmas Day, their old familiar carols play. Wild and sweet the words repeat, of peace on earth, goodwill to men. Peace on earth, goodwill to men. Peace on earth, goodwill to men.
So thank you, Elise. And let's go in with our welcome our children in.
I said, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I said, here on the corner of Limes and Vine, I'm gonna let it shine. I said, here on the corner of Limes and Vine, I'm gonna let it shine. I said, here on the corner of Limes and Vine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine. Oh, let it shine.
Hello. I have an announcement. We are collecting blankets for our furry little friends at the Larimer County Animal Shelter. And there is a box that we decorated up front. And it says we need blankets, and you just put any blankets that you don't need in there, and then they go to the animal shelter animals.
Passing it on down. We're practicing for our play today, so we were back there with the drums, so we wouldn't be disturbing everybody. But had a good time, and we're looking forward to the 21st.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks from today. These young people are going to be putting on the entire service. Boy, that's going to be an adventure. Good. Well, we've been together. We've experienced a wonderful, wonderful Sunday together. So let's all just circle up and... Oh!
Again. Tried to flag you down. It's birthday Sunday. That means if you have a birthday this month, come on up. We want to sing to you. Oh boy. Oh boy. Look at this. Chris Caramana, is it your birthday this month? Not this month? Okay, but we're singing to you too. Okay. I'm going to pass the mic so they can tell you their names and the day.
Hi, I'm Betsy, December 21st.
Hi, I'm Leela, December 20.
Teresa, December 9th.
Barbara, December 13th.
Courtney, December 24.
Carrie, December 1st.
Okay, are you ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear beloveds. Happy birthday to you.
Yes, happy birthday. And so let's all circle up as we close our service. Okay. Okay, together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.